Work-life integration strategies. Building a life that works in 2025. The modern dilemma. Imagine waking up at 6:30 a.m. Your phone already has 17 unread emails, 2 Slack pings, and a calendar screaming with back-to-back meetings until evening. By the time you log off, your energy is drained, and the gym session or family dinner you planned feels impossible. Sound familiar? This is the modern dilemma, balancing the relentless demands of work with the equally urgent call of personal life. For decades, people have been told to pursue work-life balance. But balance implies a perfect split, as if work sits on one side of a seesaw, life on the other, and your only goal is to keep things level. Yet in reality, life isn't a static seesaw. It's a dynamic ecosystem. Work and personal life constantly bleed into each other. That's why in 2025, the smarter approach isn't balance, it's work-life integration. Why balance failed and integration emerged. The phrase work-life balance became popular in the 1980s when corporate jobs intensified. But balance suggests two competing forces fighting for your time. Research from the Harvard Business Review found that people who chased balance often reported higher stress levels because they viewed work as the enemy of life rather than a part of it. Enter work-life integration, a reframing where the goal isn't to keep boundaries rigid, but to blend your personal values, professional goals, and daily habits into a sustainable system. It's less about compartmentalizing and more about harmonizing. Think of it like an orchestra. The violin doesn't cancel out the flute, and the drums don't silence the piano. Integration means aligning the rhythms of work and life so they create music, not noise. The psychology behind integration. Neuroscience backs this shift. The brain doesn't experience work and life as separate buckets. Both pull from the same pool of cognitive energy and emotional resilience. When your personal relationships are strained, your work suffers. When your work is toxic, your health declines. Studies from the American Psychological Association show that employees who feel supported in integrating personal and professional priorities report 21% higher productivity and lower burnout rates. That's because integration is rooted in values alignment. When what you do at work resonates with what matters in your personal life, motivation skyrockets. When there's misalignment, no amount of balance hacks can save you. Redefine productivity with energy, not hours. The industrial era glorified hours worked, but in a knowledge economy, value isn't tied to clocking in at 9 and clocking out at 6. It's tied to energy management. Research by Tony Schwartz and the Energy Project reveals that human beings operate in ultradian cycles, natural 90 to 120-minute rhythms of focus, followed by dips. Trying to grind through 8 hours straight is counterproductive. Instead, leaders who integrate work and life structure their day around energy peaks and recovery rituals. Practical application. Schedule deep focus tasks, writing, strategy, design, during your natural energy peak. Reserve shallow tasks, emails, admin, logistics, for low energy valleys. Insert micro breaks, 10 minutes of walking, breath work, or stretching every 90 minutes. By doing so, you're no longer a prisoner of hours. You're a master of energy orchestration. Flexible boundaries, not rigid walls. Traditional balance demanded hard boundaries, no emails after 6 p.m. But in a global, remote-first workforce, rigid walls are impractical. What works better is flexible boundaries. A parent might log off from 4 to 8 p.m. to spend time with kids, then re-engage for an hour at night. This doesn't break balance. It reflects integration, aligning professional output with personal rhythms. Data from Microsoft's Future of Work report shows that 42% of employees in hybrid environments adopt split shifts, working in 2 distinct time blocks. Productivity didn't drop. It actually rose because employees could integrate caregiving, exercise, and family life into their day. Integration means boundaries are designed, not imposed. You choose how your day flows, not your calendar. Technology as a servant, not a master. The greatest challenge and greatest opportunity in 2025 is technology. Smartphones, AI scheduling assistants, and cloud platforms have blurred the line between work and life. Left unmanaged, tech enslaves us. But used deliberately, it enables integration. Consider these tools. AI calendar optimizers like Motion or Reclaim automatically block time for focus, breaks, and personal priorities. Wellness integrations on Slack or Teams remind you to stretch, hydrate, or breathe during workdays. Digital sunsets, automatic Wi-Fi, or phone restrictions at home create natural off signals. Tech should serve human values, not the other way around. As one futurist put it, the question isn't how to disconnect from tech, it's how to program it to protect what matters most. The 4 domains of integration. Think of integration as a puzzle with 4 interlocking domains: personal health, sleep, nutrition, fitness, mental health, relationships, family, friends, community, work, purpose, contribution, mastery, career growth, restorative play, hobbies, travel, creative outlets. When one domain dominates, the others suffer. But when you intentionally feed all 4, you create synergy. For instance, choosing a workout that doubles as a social activity checks both health and relationships. Volunteering with colleagues combines purpose with community. These multi-domain activities are integration gold. Aligning with organizational culture. Integration isn't just an individual game. Organizations set the stage. In fact, the Deloitte 2024 Global Human Capital Trends Report found that 72% of workers are more loyal to companies that support flexible, integrated living. Progressive companies now offer life leave, paid time off for caregiving, community service, or personal milestones. Implement results. Only work environments, ROWE, measuring outcomes, not hours. Provide mental health stipends and wellness coaching as standard benefits. The integration equation is simple. Leaders model it, cultures normalize it, and employees practice it. The leadership lens. Here's the twist. Integration isn't just about personal well-being. It's a leadership competency. Teams mirror their leaders. A manager who burns out sends a signal. Success equals exhaustion. A leader who integrates signals. Success equals sustainability. Psychologists call this social contagion of behavior. When leaders visibly attend family events, take walking meetings, or prioritize health, employees feel permission to do the same. Integration scales from the top down. The emotional payoff. Finally, let's talk emotion. Integration delivers psychological coherence. Instead of living 2 separate lives, one at work, one at home, you experience wholeness. This coherence fuels lower anxiety, no constant guilt about neglecting one sphere, higher engagement, energy from personal life flows into work, authentic leadership. You show up as one person everywhere. It's the difference between juggling fragile glass balls and weaving a single strong rope. Integration doesn't eliminate stress, but it transforms how stress is absorbed through harmony, not conflict. The daily rituals of integrated leaders. If integration is the philosophy, then rituals are the execution. High-performing leaders in 2025 don't leave their lives to chance. They craft intentional daily systems that fuse work and personal priorities. Examples of integration rituals. Morning power hours. Instead of scrolling, the first hour is dedicated to a blend of reflection, movement, and learning. Leaders like Tim Cook and Indra Nooyi credit their morning rituals for aligning mental clarity with daily decisions. Work-life blending breaks, a midday walk with a spouse, a video call with kids after lunch, or a quick meditation before the next board meeting. These micro-integrations sustain both productivity and presence. Evening transitions. Writing tomorrow's top 3 priorities before closing the laptop creates closure, freeing mental space for personal life. By weaving micro-practices throughout the day, leaders avoid the destructive all work now, all life later mindset. Integration thrives in the small stitches of consistency. Advanced technique, the portfolio of life. Think of your life as an investment portfolio. Just as no smart investor puts all wealth into one asset, no wise leader invests solely in work. Diversification builds resilience. The life portfolio approach involves actively managing 4 categories: career capital, skills, reputation, and impact. Health capital, physical stamina, emotional well-being. Social capital, relationships, networks, trust. Joy capital, experiences, hobbies, creativity. Research from the London Business School shows leaders who diversify across these life capitals are less prone to burnout and more adaptable in crises. When one area dips, others buffer the loss. It's not just integration, it's anti-fragility. Satya Nadella's leadership by integration. One striking example is Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft. Early in his career, Nadella admitted being consumed by work, but raising a child with special needs reshaped his worldview. He began prioritizing empathy and presence at home, which directly influenced his leadership style. Under his tenure, Microsoft shifted from a culture of know-it-alls to learn-it-alls, a transformation powered by emotional intelligence and integration. Work-life integration isn't about working less or living less. It's about designing a system where your professional drive and personal values fuel each other. Subscribe to Next Level Leadership for more strategies that don't just upgrade your career, they upgrade your life.